How do I manage my finances as a diaspora? So, hey guys, true freedom is when no longer your money dictates your decisions, but support your expansion. Before I continue, please don't take this advice as financial advice because I'm just explaining to you how I know it. You have to be cautious of tax rules and tax treaties between the two countries, where your business is held and where you're paying tax, interest rates, and so on, and opening accounts, and the legality of it all. So please make sure you look into that before you do anything. So I've lived in Tanzania as a diaspora Tanzanian, but diaspora returnee for about 4 years. And as I was living there, I then got to learn and really gain the knowledge of how someone can manage their finances when you are trying to live cross border and multi-continental. So the first thing that I would say I did was I had to build an emergency fund, and that's both for Tanzania and for the UK, where I lived for 20 years. So I built an emergency fund in the meaning that I had to calculate how much money I needed for 3 to 6 months in Tanzania, and also similarly to the UK. It's very important to build an emergency fund because you really don't know what's going to happen to you, especially depending on the career you have. For example, I currently am on a contract. You don't know how long and when. Secondly, I looked at my options in terms of where is my money going to go for. In terms of Tanzania, for example, I used to save in this thing called a government bond mutual fund called UTT, of which I really thought I got really good returns, and it was very easy to have access to, and also it gives you monthly dividend. But Tanzania doesn't have many options when it comes to like stock market. Like it does, but not like if you compare it to my other home, the UK. So then I made sure that I took advantage of the UK stock market. The other option that I did is I made sure that I'm trying to earn in multiple currencies. So initially when I moved to Tanzania, I was earning in shilling, but I also wanted to make sure that I was still saving my pension and also my investment and things that I mentioned earlier in the UK. I started side hustles. I started running an Airbnb, was renting out a room, whereas now me and my husband are renting out 3 rent houses, and I bought an apartment. And then I also have running a side hustle, which became a business, which is an online Swahili tutoring. This has helped me again earn in the UK. But ever since then, I've then started working in UN as a Moe Brown Fellow, international organization. And that's really helped me kind of like spread out my investment and my money management in terms of where it goes and where it should be invested. And then lastly, I really have been keen to invest in real estate in both my countries. I've already started investing in Tanzania, and then I'm looking to invest in the UK. That's again to spread my risks. Tanzania is very amazing in terms of opportunities to invest in real estate, but you have to be careful how you go about it because of the risk. And in the UK, it's more or less risk free, but also it's a very established market when it comes to real estate, but much more expensive, much more capital required. In my mindset, setting up homes in both my countries so that I can be free to move whichever way I would like. And then looking ahead, I really want to continue, kind of building this self multi-continental financial planning. I really just want to build more businesses across the two countries, and then making sure that each of the countries serve me accordingly. That's really the future planning, because I really want to make sure that I build this multi-continental lifestyle where I can spread myself across my two homes. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in my content, please follow me, and also follow my YouTube where I talk about this in much more detail, and my blog. And if you want a free guide, then look at my link tree. Will give you a free guide, and it'll give you instructions to the free webinars around building a multi-continental lifestyle.